the beautiful thing about photography and being an entrepreneur, you can dedicate what your rate is, what your price is. Every job, every assignment is a challenge. But the beautiful thing is to be able to execute that challenge and make your client happy. When God shines a light on you, then you run with it.
So that's a good lesson in taking advantage of an opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity. Welcome back to the Olah Show. Today's guest is a photographer whose work spans across continents. He's one of the best photographers I've ever met. And I feel like, in fact, I say he's the best photographer in the city of LA, in California, and in the entire United States of America.
Yeah, she hasn't met my friends. That's why. As soon as she meets my friends, she'll change her mind.
Arnold Turner, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh.
Arnold is known for his amazing work, his resilience, and a career that he has built over the years with a lot of passion and a lot of longevity, staying power. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, absolutely.
So I started drinking mine already.
Oh.
So, quick one, Arnold. When did you start photography as a career, as a full-time career?
As a full-time career, back in 80 something, somewhere around there in the 80s.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of when I launched and went after it full-time.
Okay.
I happened to be at the right place at the right time at a listening party. And I took some pictures at the listening party, and it turned out to be that the record label wanted to use some of the pictures that I took because they did, the pictures that I took just happened to be good, and they needed the pictures, and it worked out. And they wound up buying the pictures from me, and the pictures ran in all the trades, and then all the trade magazines at the time were like Billboard magazine, Radio and Records. These were like top. Music industry magazines that featured a lot of artists and featured record executives. And the photos that I took had both an artist and the record executives in the photo. And so those pictures ran in all the magazines at the time. And it launched my photography career into the entertainment business.
Oh, wow. So at what point did you decide that this was not just going to be a passion, this is going to be a full-time, what you're going to be doing full-time as a career?
Well, when the record company made me an offer for the price of the pictures, that made me decide that I'm going to do this
money.
full-time. But, I knew that I could make a living at it. And, and to be honest with you, it came fast. Because once the pictures were in the magazines, then all the other record companies and the record executives saw that my pictures were placed in the magazine. And at the time, I was working for a record store. So I had relationships with record labels. But once those pictures ran in the trade magazines, then all the other record executives saw, because they saw the pictures and they saw my photo credit. And they said, "Oh, Arnold, I didn't know you were a photographer. I thought you were just a store manager." I said, "No, photography was hobby." And says, "Well, can we hire you?" And I said, "Yes, absolutely." And then
that's great.
And it literally happened that fast, that quick, just because of a couple of pictures in a magazine.
Oh, that's good. So what that tells me is that you weren't waiting for the opportunity. You went out to create your own opportunity.
Absolutely. But the opportunity that when God shines a light on you, then, you run with it. So I felt that that's what happened. I got a blessing, and here we're now to talk about it.
Yeah, that's good. And that's
still here to talk about it.
And, that's a good lesson in taking advantage of an opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity.
Yes.
Because if you hadn't taken advantage of it at that time, you'd have probably missed the timing, and maybe you'd have had to wait a couple more years before, getting those opportunities back. But yeah, I'm glad you did.
Absolutely.
And so what drives you? What is that thing that makes you so passionate about your craft and that makes you want to get up every day, take pictures and, put your work out there?
Well, it's funny you say that because literally last week a friend of mine gave me the code that I just never thought about it,
Okay.
but until she said it, and the code was call Arnold, and that's what people do.
I'm gonna
They
tell
call
you.
they call Arnold, and I've heard and once she said that, like 2 days later, I saw another friend of mine. I told a friend of mine to call you. She's looking for a photographer,
Mhm.
and then and that has been the way it has worked. They call Arnold, and it and I never thought about it that way. But at the end of the day, when you get a booking, it's because they're reaching out to you, and
Yeah.
usually by cell phone or by your home phone or by email. But a client is reaching out. But she spoke it into existence when she says, "Yeah, you know, your code is call Arnold. Like everybody calls you."
And that's very true because I was talking to Dana the other day and I was like, oh, I need XYZ done. She was like, have you spoken to Arnold about it? Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, call Arnold and tell him. And so you saying it now, like, okay, now that makes sense because apparently it's a thing. So next time I'm going to be calling you.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
That's good. But that also tells me that whatever you're doing, and I always tell people, whatever your hand finds to do, do it well. It shows that with your job, you're not just doing a job, you're being professional about it. Because if everybody is constantly referring you, it means you're doing something right.
Yes.
And it means that you're very good with at what you're doing. And which is something very important for people to actually pay attention to. Because we have a lot of people doing photography, but you see a lot of haphazard jobs out there. And so for you to, be the number one name in the industry and for you to have that code called Arnold, that's huge.
It's definitely, I treasure it. I definitely treasure the relationships with myself and my clients and friends. A lot of clients are personal friends as well.
Yeah.
And I treasure those relationships. I protect them, and even if sometimes I'm not available to cover a job for them because I'm booked with somebody else, I'm always gonna put someone really really good in their hands that's gonna either cover for me or replace me or whatever. But at the end of the day, part of the professionalism is giving service as well,
Yeah.
providing a service that they are requesting, and having someone that can handle it. That can handle entertainment world is intense,
Yeah.
and you have to have someone that can um, handle the request that a client has. And a lot of those requests happen to be high-end celebrities, and you have to have a certain code of etiquette, a certain code of professionalism to work in that space and around them, and treat them in a way that they're expected to be treated. But more importantly, photograph them in a way that they are expected to be photographed, because a lot of times they're out in fashion, they're out dressed, they're out representing other brands that they represent. So capturing their image is essence. It's extremely important to capture it right and to capture them right. So so those are the things that that I love, and to have and to be able to have the opportunity to do it. I love it. I love capturing. I love shooting. I love shooting beautiful people. I love it's just it comes with a whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Welcome to the future of media, entertainment, and technology. Meet Rehoboth Media and Technologies, where innovation meets creativity to revolutionize the way we connect and engage. At Rehoboth Media and Technologies, our mission is clear: to provide holistic media solutions that goes beyond the ordinary. We're dedicated to breaking traditional boundaries, empowering individuals, and driving economic and cultural growth of the communities we serve. Whether you need cutting-edge content creation, engaging entertainment, or impactful marketing and advertising solutions, we have you covered. We harness the power of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and advanced technology to bring your vision to life within your budget. Rehoboth Media and Technologies is committed to being the catalyst for positive media. We create unparalleled value for our clients, our employees, and our stakeholders by delivering top-notch services that are innovative, effective, and tailored to meet your needs. Rehoboth Media and Technologies, where your success is our passion and the future is now. So how are you able to, balance passion and making money? And the reason I'm asking is because for young photographers, for the up and coming photographers, there's still the challenge with knowing how to price their services right, and trying not to lose clients because they're just upcoming. They're trying to get their work out there, they're trying to get their names out there. However, they need to understand, they need to get their pricing right also because they have bills to pay. So how were you able to navigate that phase before you became the Call Arnold?
Well, photography is a freelance business,
Yeah.
but you're not free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's a code. It says you're freelance because you're able to move around and things like that, but you're not free. But the beautiful thing about photography and being an entrepreneur, you can dedicate what your rate is, what your price is, because there's no standard rate in photography. There might be a standard rate on selling an 8x10 or a blow up picture. There might be a standard rate, but in the rate of photography,
Yeah.
it's you can basically dictate what your rate wants is,
Mm-hmm.
and if you dictate that rate, and then if a client can't afford you, then you have the option
Yeah.
at that time to, if you want to negotiate, if you want to go down a little bit, but you have a standard rate you work from, and then and you take it from there. But the beautiful thing about it, I always say, you can set your own price.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay. So what is that one thing that failure has taught you that success can never teach you?
Repeat that one more time.
What is the thing that failure has taught you? Okay, let me even start from so it's going to be a two-part question, right? Have you ever faced any major failure in your career?
No. One time.
Okay, so what lesson did you take out of it?
Well, one time is we were shooting film.
Okay.
So this was in the 90s. We were shooting film, and I rented a camera,
Okay.
and the film didn't go through the camera. Like when you shoot, you put a roll of film in your camera, put a roll of film, you close it, you take a picture, and you advance.
Yeah.
So, you advance your camera. 9 times out of 10, the film is advancing because you can kind of hear it. But I was at an event, and we were working fast. So I was advancing, thinking I was taking a picture, thinking I was taking a picture, thinking I was taking a picture. And at the end of the shoot, the film never went through the camera.
Oh, wow.
So you have this one event that took place, and you have no recording of it.
It reminds me of the time on set where when you're shooting and the sound guy forgets to click on record.
Yeah, that happens.
And the entire day's production is gone.
Yeah.
Simply because he forgot. And that happens a lot.
Right.
So what did you learn from that?
So I learned from that. I always, always, always check the camera, check the film, make sure it's on the spool at that time. But now nowadays it's a lot better. So the only thing that you can do, maybe make something not happen is maybe not have a memory card in your camera. But when you turn that camera on, your camera tells you there's no memory card in there. So your failure process is minimal today, in this day and age.
Thanks to technology.
Yeah, thanks to technology.
So what would you say is the biggest job you've done during the course of your career, or the most challenging project you've taken on?
Every day, every job, every assignment is a challenge. But the beautiful thing is to be able to execute that challenge and make your client happy.
Yeah, true.
So I've had a lot of big jobs, probably too many to mention. But there's one that stands out that's kind of funny to me. That one day we were in the Bahamas.
Okay.
And I was photographing some of the top African American bishops at the time. They were on a retreat and on a they were on a religious retreat, and we were in the Bahamas, and I had to photograph them. So it was a lot of them, like 25.
Mm-hmm.
So I had them all in a room all together, and they were dressed elegant in the bishop attire, the pastor attire. So I got up on a ladder, and I had to look down on them just to be able to get all of them in the frame. So I remember this moment that I was standing on a ladder, and I was taller than them. So I looked down on them and I said, guys, I guess this is the closest I'm going to get to God while here on earth. Because I was a little bit higher. I'm like, yeah, okay. So one of the bishops goes, "Come on, Mr. Photographer, just take the picture."
He wasn't having that joke about God.
No, they got it. They chuckled, but he was like, but there's a lot of memorable moments. Working. Like I think I was telling you outside the time that Beyonce sang in Lagos at the This Day Festival, and she sang the Nigerian anthem. And that was just beautiful, just because that she sang it in the language. But working in Hollywood, I've had the chance to work with a lot of artists.
Okay.
Britney Spears, I worked a lot with for like 3 years. I worked on a lot of her music videos that you're probably familiar with. Oops, I Did It Again, and Baby One More Time, Crazy.
Good.
So yeah. So songs that we know. But I've had beautiful opportunities in the business.
What are you still learning about yourself on this journey as a photographer, as one of the best photographers in the United States? What are you still learning?
The art of grace and the art of being grateful and thankful for opportunities, having God in your life. Still learning how to navigate that. Still learning how to understand, know what grace is when it comes your way. Like, oh shoot, okay, God's working His magic. So
Yeah.
So every day is a learning experience, but I have learned a lot, and because of what I know and what has been shared with me over the years, I'm at a point where I know what to do, and it comes naturally.
Yeah.
Clients see that, they trust me. That's why they usually call Arnold, because we can trust them to get the job done, to capture the right photograph. I can have 50 people in a room, and I'll know instinctively what images to capture, like knowing what the client wants. It's always beautiful to work with publicists and working with them, and because they're representing a client, and they trust me to capture what they want. Sometimes they'll have a shot list for me. A lot of times they'll just say, "Arnold, do this, do that," and then it's in my head to get what they want.
Yeah.
But instinct is good. I'm glad, as a senior. I hate to call myself a senior. I don't believe in age, but being a senior and still being able to be active and be coherent and be, I'm grateful.
Welcome to the future of media, entertainment, and technology. Meet Rehoboth Media and Technologies, where innovation meets creativity to revolutionize the way we connect and engage. At Rehoboth Media and Technologies, our mission is clear: to provide holistic media solutions that goes beyond the ordinary. We're dedicated to breaking traditional boundaries, empowering individuals, and driving economic and cultural growth of the communities we serve. Whether you need cutting-edge content creation, engaging entertainment, or impactful marketing and advertising solutions, we have you covered. We harness the power of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and advanced technology to bring your vision to life within your budget. Rehoboth Media and Technologies is committed to being the catalyst for positive media. We create unparalleled value for our clients, our employees, and our stakeholders by delivering top-notch services that are innovative, effective, and tailored to meet your needs. Rehoboth Media and Technologies, where your success is our passion and the future is now. What do you feel like your best work says about you as a person?
Being in the entertainment space, you learn a lot from other people. You see a lot of character, you see a lot of dynamics in other people, and you take it in. You take it in and say, okay, that's a beautiful thing. You capture that. You've seen that.
Yeah.
But I love seeing the beauty in people. Being able to capture it on camera is beautiful, but also being at the moment with them when they're beautiful and they're being kind to another person, they're being kind to kids, or they're being
Yeah.
kind. You're in an environment where, I have clients, they specialize in feeding the homeless and doing stuff for, people
Yeah.
that need assistance. Forget, I don't like the negative words that describes when somebody needs assistance, but just to see people giving out of their own heart and to be able to experience that with them, those moments are treasuring. Even if the camera is not there, sometimes you're out with them, so
Yeah.
you see the soul of a person, by their generosity and kindness, and that's a beautiful thing to experience as well.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So one final question. What what advice do you have for young photographers that are feeling invincible?
That are feeling
In, that feeling unseen?
well. So in that case, I would say I would take commercial words. Like if you
Mm,
are an aspiring photographer and you're trying to get in the game, you have to put yourself in the space.
yeah.
You have to be like Nike. You got to do it. You
Yeah.
know, and it's not a hopeful industry. You can't hope for it. You
Mm,
have to go after it.
yeah.
You got to put yourself in spaces. Like if you want to take your camera to a concert and you got to figure out how you get in. You got to figure out how to get in, but you got to get in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you hear about a red carpet event and you're not invited, you got to show up. Like you got to get there so people can see you.
Yeah.
You got to get to where you want to be, and you have to go there and go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes you are going to get a referral from a friend, a family member. They may know somebody,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, if your aspiration is to be a photographer, you have to take your camera to where you want to be, what you want to capture.
Mm-hmm.
You want to capture sports, all right? I would start somewhere outside,
Yeah.
where you got to take your camera. It's free. Go to Venice Beach,
Yeah.
shoot the guys on the basketball court, shoot the skateboarders, shoot whatever it is athletic that you can get to where you don't have to pay, but at least you can make a contact. And that's the importance. The point is to make contacts, share your work with the importance and the dedication that your work has value.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in a catch-22. Like, okay, you caught a picture of someone. Well, you got to take that picture and you have to monetize that picture.
Yeah.
You have to monetize. Okay. Yes, can you network a little bit and you can give a photo away for free? Yes, you can, but got to treat photography as a business.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to treat it as a business, you got to put yourself in places and spaces where you can make a living at it. And you have to teach yourself. So you have to be aggressive. You have to go for it. You have to be aggressive and you have to go for it. Don't hope,
Yeah.
go for it.
That's good. That's amazing. Thank you so
That's
much.
one side. I mean, there's so much advice you can give to an up and coming photographer,
Yeah.
but the fact that you have to put your camera in front of
Mm-hmm.
people that are willing to pay you for it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
that's super
and your
important.
camera at home is not going to do that.
So you have to invest in yourself,
Yeah.
actually, invest in your craft.
Yes.
So you need to put your money where your mouth is.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Arnold. Thank you. It's been
Oh,
fun chatting with you.
thank
And
you.
we hope to see more of you.
I look forward to it.
Thank
I'm with you. Whatever time you need me, I got you.
Oh, thank you,
So
thank you,
sweet.
thank you, thank
Thank you.
you. All right, thank you so
Signing
much
off.
for being with us on this episode of the Olah Show. See you next time. Bye.